So we had another episode of Monday Night Raw, and this time it was in Dublin, Ireland, of all places. The show starts with Gunther coming out, and everybody is booing. He has had the same overcoat on ever since he fought John Cena. I don't know what they're trying to go for here, man, because back in the day he used to have a different one, right? Like a very weird looking one. But now it's a different one. AJ Styles comes out. Before he comes out, I should mention, Gunther declares himself for the Rumble. I wonder if he's gonna win or not. I don't think he's gonna win, to be honest. But AJ Styles comes out and he's like, "Oh, I wanna fight you again, man. I wanna fight you again." And Gunther says no. And he says that, "Oh, you should fight me for the Rumble, you know." So Gunther says no, but then he changes his mind and he says, "I will challenge you. I will accept your challenge, I apologize, if, and only if, you put your career on the line." Now this is just completely nonsensical. Now you obviously know, if he has proposed this, then obviously AJ is gonna say yes, but why? He just disrespected John Cena, and that's what they're feuding about. Why would AJ Styles put his career on the line for this? At the end of the day, everybody knows in kayfabe, Gunther has a chance of beating AJ Styles. So why would he do this? It doesn't make any sense, but he doesn't respond immediately, but he does eventually afterwards at some point, and this match is now official for the Rumble, so Gunther is gonna pull double duty. He's gonna enter the Rumble and he's gonna do this as well. I'm pretty sure in the Rumble he's probably gonna be one of the later entrants, so he's gonna come out after like 20 or 25, something like that. After that, we had one of the most useless segments in the history of Monday Night Raw. We had Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch is from Ireland, right? So technically she's the hometown hero. And she wins the match because of an interference from Natalya. It just doesn't make any sense, man. Like, did anyone even know that Natalya is the fucking mentor of Maxine Dupree? Did anybody know this? They're just trying to insert her into something for no reason, man. Everybody thought that it's the Alpha Academy, right? They are the ones who trained Maxine Dupree. Chad Gable did that. And after that, fucking Otis took over or whatever the fuck. That's the fucking story here. And all of a sudden, it's Natalya now. She has come back and she turns on Maxine Dupree. God even knows why. Quite frankly, like, if you are Maxine's mentor, I think she has, in kayfabe at least, made some improvement, right? She won a title. She's feuding with Becky Lynch. So why is she mad all of a sudden? So she does a beatdown after the match, and that's just nobody really fucking cares, you know. After that, we have fucking Penta, Mysterio, and Dragon Lee versus The Vision. The Vision. Braun Breaker was suspended last week. No one gives a fuck. I didn't even remember that, man. I really didn't even remember that. I was thinking, where the fuck is Braun Breaker? Adam Pearce, who for some reason is super obsessed with what the Vision is on about. He's there too, and he's screaming, man. He's screaming at the top of his fucking lungs. It's just annoying, really. Like, I don't know, it's not as intense as these people are probably thinking it is. It just gives everybody a headache, quite frankly. Like, seeing him yell like that at Heyman. Austin Theory takes the pin. Penta pins Austin Theory, man. This fucking jobber pins the guy who beat John Cena at WrestleMania. I don't think so, man. I think it's done for Austin Theory. Even though he's a part of the Vision, it's just over. He's never gonna be what he was meant to be at one point. I don't think so. He could have come back as a face, and maybe, with full hair, obviously, he can't be bald. And in that case, maybe there was some potential. Maybe, I don't know. But right now, there is no potential, man. It's a match, you know. I can't remember when it happened in the show, quite frankly, because I don't watch the entire thing for 3 hours, right? I don't have the fucking time, quite frankly. But I looked at the fucking Rumble's Wikipedia page, I mean, and a lot of people have declared now. So Gunther, as I said, Dragon Lee, fucking Mysterio, and Penta as well. For some reason, Penta has declared himself as well. I wish he wasn't in the Rumble, man. I cannot put in words how much I dislike watching Penta. Why the fuck is this guy a babyface? I don't even know. And we don't need people like fucking Dragon Lee to declare themselves, man. No one gives a fuck. Mysterio can declare himself because he's Mysterio, you know? Like, you know he's not gonna win. But that's fine, he's Rey Mysterio, so he can declare himself. People like Gunther and Cody Rhodes, because of where they are placed in the card, they can declare themselves. But we don't fucking need Dragon Lee. No one gives a fuck, man. He's probably gonna be the first elimination or something. Austin Theory, he got pinned, and it's just fucking embarrassing at this point, you know. They had another segment afterwards where they're yelling at each other again. Heyman and Adam Pearce. I don't know why Adam Pearce is so angry, man. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Vision is supposed to be the top heel faction, and the general manager is yelling at them like it's no fucking big deal. I don't understand this. Like, can you imagine Eric Bischoff yelling like this at, I don't know, let's say Batista? You can't, right? If he does that, he's getting his ass handed to him the very next second. But here, Adam Pearce, man, he treats these people like jabrones, which they are, don't get me wrong, but still, man. And you know it's fucked up, by the way, when Logan Paul comes out to be the fucking best prospect. He's not really a prospect anymore, he's proven himself in wrestling as far as I'm concerned. Comes out to fucking look like the best wrestler in this godforsaken match, you know? Even including Mysterio, if we're being honest. I don't know, it's very hard to compare him with Mysterio from '06. I can't compare that right now because he's just not the same guy anymore, you know? I will need to see them, I feel like, in front of each other to know. Of course, Logan Paul's gonna fucking beat the living shit out of Mysterio, irrespective of what time we are talking about. But Mysterio in 2006, there was like a sense of enigma there in a way, you know? Like, it was Mysterio in 2006, the ultimate underdog, really. But right now, of course, Logan Paul is better than Mysterio. He's better than everybody else in the ring as well. After that, we had the Judgment Day, which is now a group of ladies, and they have an argument with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, and I think all of them declare themselves for the Rumble. I think Judgment Day for sure declares themselves for the Rumble. Rhea Ripley, I think, does as well. I still don't know why Liv Morgan is friends with, what's her name, Roxanne Perez, because Roxanne was trying to get Dominic while Liv was injured. I don't know why the fuck they're friends. And I don't even know why Liv is with Dominic, because the entire narrative, if you remember, was that she's trying to lure Dominic because she wants to get at Rhea, which she eventually does. And then it's like, okay, so why are you still with Dominic now? The purpose here wasn't to actually get Dominic, it was to punish Rhea in a way, right? So now that you've done that, why are you still with the guy? But she is for some reason. So they have a beatdown. They beat the living crap out of Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. That's just that. No one cares about the tag team division, man. No one really does. So that's just that. But they declared themselves for the Rumble, which is fine. I think Liv Morgan winning is kind of feasible at this point, you know? Because who's actually going to win the Rumble for women? Based on the nonsense that we are seeing these days, my assumption would be there's going to be someone like Jordynne Grace, and they're going to be like, oh, what's a powerhouse? And then we're going to have Jade Cargill versus Jordynne Grace at WrestleMania for no fucking reason, and no one's going to give a shit. You know, you have to think about this stuff. Like, Liv Morgan is a feasible winner, but who is she going to fight? Who's the fucking women's champion on Raw right now? Stephanie Vaquer. Yeah, you can have a match between fucking Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan. Stephanie Vaquer is going to beat Raquel Rodriguez very soon, so you can see that happening, you know? It can be the opening match of night 2 or some shit. Or maybe night 1. Listen, not night 1, maybe it can be a night 2 match technically. Some other women declared themselves for the Rumble as well. I can't remember who. But there is one guy who might not be in the Rumble this time. And that person is Javon Evans. He had a fight with El Grande Americano. He got injured somehow during the match, to the point where they had to stop the match, you know. I don't know how serious it is. I don't know if it says something about it. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just unfortunate. Let's see what happens. Maybe he's gonna recover in no time or some shit. I don't know what's gonna happen, but right now it seems like the injury is something that cannot be denied, if you will. I think Javon Evans could have been somewhat of an Iron Man. I think Cody is gonna be the Iron Man, right? I think he's gonna be entry number 1. So he's obviously gonna be the Iron Man in that case, but you can have 2 Iron Men in the same match as well, so I'm not sure about Cody being number 1 as well, but I'm just assuming that right now. Anyway, Javon Evans might not be in the Rumble, so let's see what happens here, man. After that, we had the most predictable world title match of all time, CM Punk versus Finn Balor. When Finn Balor was entering the ring, by the way, he entered in his old theme song, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they keep doing this, man. This started with Jeff Hardy, and it was fine because I think that was the first time this happened, right? Like somebody coming back to their old theme. So it happened with Jeff Hardy, which was fine because it's fucking Jeff Hardy, first of all, with one of the greatest wrestling teams of all time. He's coming back. All good. That's fine. But then we have had quite a few people who have done the same thing. Sami Zayn did the same thing, and he was pretty over when he did that. So And he became a babyface as well, so his theme song before that was kind of a heelish theme, so he had to change that. So kind of understandable, but the Finn Balor thing, it just seems a bit forced, really. I don't know why his theme song ever changed. It didn't really need to, but anyway, it changed, and now seems like his original theme is back. So I'm imagining he's gonna leave the Judgment Day very soon. And if you think about it, if this guy leaves the Judgment Day, I don't know what's gonna happen with Dominic and Liv Morgan. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but it's just gonna be like a women's faction after that. So that happens, man. He comes out and fucking CM Punk gets booed because, they're in Ireland and it's Finn Balor's hometown. And Finn Balor's not winning. You really know Finn Balor's not winning, right? We already had a surprise world title victory like 2 weeks ago. And that win, I would argue, is well deserved. But this one, no one cares, man. Finn Balor hasn't won a singles match in fucking forever now. No one cares. And when he was coming to the ring, Michael Cole, he went to the same narrative again, man. Like, 10 years ago, Finn Balor, he won the title, but then he fucking got injured. And now today is his chance. He has had a million chances in those 10 years, man. What are you talking about? There was this one SummerSlam where he was fighting, what's his name? Seth Rollins for the same title. And then he also fought Brock Lesnar at one point, which you can ignore. Like, he's not beating Brock Lesnar, obviously. But he fought Seth Rollins and he's had other opportunities as well. So what are you talking about, man? What the fuck are you talking about? He's had a million opportunities. There is another one today, which he's gonna lose in. And that's exactly what happens. He loses, man. He loses to CM Punk. He did his finisher, CM Punk kicked out, and man, I don't even remember. Maybe he did a couple GTSs, or maybe it was just one, I can't remember. Anyway, he wins, and then after that he raises Finn's hand up. Everybody gets very happy. Finn Balor also sings happy birthday after CM Punk leaves for his mom. So that's how the show ends. Finn Balor, right? I get it, man. Like, he's from Ireland, so he's fighting for the world title in the main event. But why is it not Sheamus? I mean, Sheamus is also not going to win, obviously, but he's higher up on the card, and he's also from Ireland. He wasn't even on the show. Why was he not on the show, man? Finn Balor's on the show for some reason. And Becky Lynch is on the show as well, which is fine. But she was, early on. It wasn't even like she was there, if you're being honest, This is the show, man. It just doesn't matter. Nothing happened. A bunch of people declared for the Rumble. The only person who really matters, I think, unfortunately, I would argue, but the only person was Gunther. He's the only guy who can actually win the Rumble, and he declared himself. Everything else doesn't really fucking matter, man. The world title match might have been great for the live audience, but that is that. For people watching on the television, you know what's gonna happen, so who gives a fuck? The Vision, man, I don't even know what the fuck these guys are doing. At this point, if Seth Rollins comes back, he should just fucking leave the Vision, man. He should just let them go. He should be like, look at these guys. They're fucking losers, man. He should just let them go out of sympathy, you know what I mean? But he's probably not gonna do it, and we're gonna have another fucking meaningless feud. So, can't wait for that. It doesn't feel like WrestleMania season just yet. Technically, it starts after the Rumble, or on the day of the Rumble, so sure, let's wait till then. We're very close. The only problem I have is 1 million people declared for the Rumble today. So we have 6 or 7 people for the Men's Rumble and more people for the Women's Rumble. Next SmackDown, then the Raw after that, and then another SmackDown after that, right? So we have 3 more shows before the Rumble, and I'm assuming they're gonna have fucking 25 people declared. And ideally maybe 6-7 main events, that's all we need. People who legit have a chance of winning. Jey Uso also declared, by the way. He came out. He's like, oh, I'm in the Rumble. Yeah, no one gives a fuck. We know you're not gonna win it twice, buddy. He can be considered as a serious threat. I don't think he should last that long this year, though. It's about time, man. He should not last that long this year. So, imagine if he wins again, by the way. That'll be hilarious, man. I think it's safe to say he's not gonna win it twice. And because he's not gonna win it twice, I think he's gonna be entry number 1 or 2, because they want the entire entrance, right, where he comes from the crowd. Entry number 1, I think, is Cody Rhodes, right? So he's going to be entry number 2. I don't know this for a fact just yet, actually. Maybe Cody's entry number 1, maybe he's not. But if he is, entry number 2 is going to be Jey Uso. And that's going to be the fucking opening 2 here. The show overall was just what it was. It was just a fucking show. Nothing happened. We're going to wait for the next SmackDown now. I don't have much to say, man. It was just boring.